24 hours post VI peel, so it's time for the first update. I'm gonna walk you through the last 24 hours, how I slept, and the products that I used today that I will be using over the next 7 days that Laura Lee gave me in that goodie bag I showed you last week. So I came home, did the cleanse, put the anti-itch cream on before I went to bed and some moisturizer. It was a rough night. I didn't get that much sleep. Maybe I'm a weenie. It wasn't that it was painful, it was just that it was uncomfortable. It felt like a really bad sunburn. And you know, that kind of makes you feel bad all over. And I didn't even think, it didn't dawn on me to take 2 Advil. I really think if I had taken 2 Advil, the pain would have been gone and I would have slept fine. I don't know where my head was, but either way, I didn't sleep very well last night. The worst part was actually my neck. It itched so much. I got up in the middle of the night, re-washed it, and put more anti-itch cream on it. And Laura Lee said that a lot of people notice more sensitivity in their neck than they do their face, and I would totally agree. Even though my neck wasn't near as red, it was much more uncomfortable, and I'm gonna show you a close look. You can see here, underneath, right, I don't know, it looks like they're heat bumps almost. They're rough anyways. I don't know, they're a little uncomfortable to the touch. That's really been the only outward sign that I had the peel done, other than a little bit of redness. But as you can see, I mean, I've got the ring light on, so it's really blasting any sort of redness out. If you look at me, it looks like I had nothing done. The only thing I noticed during the first day, because I went to work, so I wore full makeup, was that it felt tight. But nobody at work noticed or said anything, so no biggie. Now, I only took 1 day off of work after all, so fingers crossed it doesn't start peeling until day 3, or else we're gonna have a problem. But at this point, if you look at it, I mean, I'm going to bed in a few hours, and I can't imagine that when I wake up, it's just gonna be a mess or anything. No more sensitivity up here, no bumps, no dots, no issues. I'm really hoping that the VI peel is gonna clear up some of this discoloration that I have up here. This is from past pimples, and a little bit of discoloration that I have, an unevenness, especially on my chin. That is all from past breakouts. So frustrating. And so hopefully that will clear that up, or at least lighten it up. That's my biggest hope. I really want to see the hyperpigmentation gone. 24 hours in, here's what I've used thus far. This is the cleanser that Laura Lee gave me, and I got 2 packets of this. I don't think it's gonna last me all 7 days, but really the point of the cleanser is so that you do not irritate your skin any more than it already is. This is very mild. I wash my face with it a couple times a day, and I pat dry, and I haven't had any stinging or any extra issues. It also comes with the post-peel protectant, which is an anti-itch cream, and this stuff is awesome. It has hydrocortisone in it, so any itching goes away pretty quickly. I have been using it on my face randomly throughout the day once I was off of work, and that's helped significantly. This is the sunscreen broad spectrum. You got 50 in here, so nothing's penetrating it. And Laura Lee told me, I don't even want you out in the parking lot talking to a friend unless you have a hat on and you've got 50 SPF over the next week. So I am staying out of the sun, and I'm applying this multiple times a day. Once the peeling process really starts, I have the Intense Hydration Serum. I actually used some of this last night just because I wanted to try it out. And it's supposed to really help to keep your skin not looking as flaky and scary as it potentially could. So I've been using that as well. Then I had the towelette, and you can see me using the towelette here. I got 2 towelettes to take home. I used one the first night and the second night, which is now, and I used that to get any extra anything off. It almost smells like alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, and it's really cleansing your skin. So you just get 2 of those, so that process is done. And now that I'm away from the light, you can see a little bit more redness. Backed away a little bit so you can check it out, and you can see a little redness up here. This is where you really notice it, because if you notice, it's kind of white right here where she didn't do as much of the peel, and then around the edges too. But otherwise, it's fine. I'm just kind of excited to see when the whole peeling process is going to begin. Maybe I won't peel that much. Maybe it'll be a hot mess. I don't know. But either way, I'm happy that most of the uncomfortability is gone. Although I would still say my face feels warm to the touch. It doesn't feel tingly anymore. Now I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll be interested to see what I wake up and feel tomorrow. Hopefully I can do the same tomorrow, make it through one more newscast before the peeling begins. I loved it last night. I said, I don't think I'll peel before I get home tomorrow. Yeah, woke up this morning and my chin was barely peeling. And by the time I got off the anchor desk, it looked like this. Hang on, come on, here we go. It is coming off in chunks. And if you look closely, I'll show you right here, beside my eyes. And then my nose is starting to go too. Now, no one at home noticed, or at least they didn't notice I had a bunch of skin falling off my face. I had a couple of emails from viewers who were asking me if I had powder on my chin. Nope. People at work noticed, they knew what I had done, so they were just giving me a hard time. Luckily, I took tomorrow off because clearly this is what I was afraid of. We're talking, it's not even been 48 hours since the peel, and I'm already seeing some major peeling going on. Now, if you look at this, Laura Lee said you don't pick it. If you wanted to wash your face and kind of massage it, you can, but for the most part, you don't really want to mess with it. I still have all of my makeup on, or what's left of my makeup on, so I will wash my face here in a little bit and hope that helps. It'll probably get the peeling process started at that point. I put some moisturizer on it twice today, some anti-itch cream, and it still looks like this. So it's helping with the itch factor, but it doesn't help hide the fact that I'm peeling. So this is gonna be pretty intense. If you look here, I expect to see this all over my face. If I smile, So kind of feel a little bit like a snake, like I'm molting or something. I'll check back in with you in a couple of hours and give you an update with my makeup off, and we'll see what it looks like then. Me and the dog hanging out on the couch for the next couple of days, and well, you can see why. So it's been a little over 48 hours. I thought I was gonna be one of those people who didn't peel a lot, but I was wrong. It has begun. Take a good look. You can see down here that the skin is kind of just hanging on. You don't want to pick it, but earlier when I got off of work, I kind of showed you how it was starting to break up. I went in and washed my face, and a lot of that sloughed off and started creating more spots. So if you look up here, you can see that it's starting to peel above my eyebrows, and it's shiny, like it's tight. It's starting to peel a little here, if I move my glasses out of the way, by my eye, and then a little bit over here on my neck, nothing crazy. I'll tell you what, it almost looks like it blistered over here. The dog is a little scared. Really, the gross part is around my face, and I think by 72 hours, I feel like the rest of my face is gonna look like my chin and around my mouth. So, no picking still. I look at it a lot, but I haven't picked or pulled, so Laura Lee would be proud, but you can see that it's just starting to kind of break away. All of this is that old, dead, sun-damaged, gross skin. And if you look down here, that's gonna start peeling. This is little spots, look, gross. Sorry, I know it's like really close up, but I want you to see exactly what I'm gonna be going through. So I'm on the couch, I'm upstairs. I'm not gonna be going a whole lot of places over the next 48 hours. I'm just gonna kind of lay low, watch movies, hang out. I can't work out yet either. I still won't work out for another 24 hours. Part of the reason, because Laura Lee said that you can get like water behind the skin if you work out, like sweat. Ew. So I'm gonna avoid working out for another 24 hours, and I will keep you posted. But at this point, I'm not encountering a lot of itching. It just looks really bad. It doesn't feel bad, it doesn't hurt, it just looks gross. And I don't wanna scare anyone going outside. So I'll just make the dog endure this right now. So anyways, one last look before I settle in for the night. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's coming right off. All this fresh baby skin. This will all continue to lighten up down here over the next 2 weeks. And up here in my nose, you can see it starting to peel around my nose. So we're getting there. Pretty skin is on its way. It's just got to get ugly before it can get pretty. Bailey and I say good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Day 3 of the VI peel, and I'm still on the couch. I tell you what, if you need an excuse to just sit somewhere and not work out and not do anything, get the VI peel, because you will not want to be seen in public. I don't plan on going anywhere until the skin that is hanging from my face sheds. Is that the word? Sheds? Falls off? I don't know. Let me give you an up-close look on day 3 here of the VI peel. Closely look underneath, and you can see that the skin, oh, there goes a piece. I pulled a little bit, which is okay. I've not been pulling a lot. You can see it's really come away from my face. It looks a lot better than last night. Still have some skin around here. This is the big change. I'll lift up my ball cap up here for you. You can see the skin on my forehead is really coming up. It's flaking big time. I mean, it's just like a big sheet of skin. Same thing for over here. If you see any of this discoloration, that is actually the old skin that's going to go away. So that's why it looks brown. Still quite a bit here that needs to come off, and then even here on my cheeks, you can see I'm kind of rubbing it there, and then down here. So you can see this is the new skin, and then all the old gross skin, but it's starting to peel up there underneath my chin, on my neck, because Laura Lee took it all the way down the neck, but this is still old stuff here and old stuff here, so that still all has to come off, and that's where you can see the darkness around my eyes. So clearly it looks scary, which is why I've stayed put. I've been using a lot of the moisturizer and the SPF. It is recommended to apply 2 to 4 times a day, which actually helps with the whole peeling process. The only thing I notice as far as discomfort is around my nose and my mouth. All of that's new baby skin. It's still red, it's still tender. So that's the only thing that really hurts. The skin peeling process doesn't. Here's what I've done so that I won't be tempted to pull on it. I've actually taken scissors and gone in and like trimmed around the skin so that it doesn't get caught on anything or flake off or do anything really gross. So that's worked for me, and then I'm not tempted to play with it or pull on it, because if you do, you can get these red marks that last for months, as I mentioned before, and I don't want that to happen. I think by day 4, I'll be left with just the outer rim of skin. And for the most part, it'll all have been flaked off and gone. At least I'm hoping so. Wore the baseball cap today, been on the couch watching movies. Good excuse to stay in. So yeah, I mean, so far so good. I'm really excited to see the end results. It's still gonna be a couple of weeks, but other than just looking scary, ew, I mean, it's gross. It's gross. That's all I'm gonna say, it's gross. But it is what it is. Eventually it'll look awesome. And I'm hoping all this discoloration will be lightened. This will be gone. This dark spot up here, which is from a pimple, you know, that'll be gone. And restoring that growth of collagen, the fine lines, just a nice fresh overall feel that my 34-year-old skin needs and wants. So yeah, this is the worst of it, I believe. And ew. I mean, guys, I'm just saying, I'm getting up close and personal here by showing you all this. But I think by Sunday, I'll be good to go. Day 3. And I think that the worst is almost behind me. So another movie and a night in, and we'll see what day 4 brings. See you tomorrow.